Inshallah ta'ala, today in this short clip, I am going to mention a dua that will bring happiness into your house. A lot of individuals are struggling for happiness, and they unfortunately have fallen into depression, have fallen into many other problems due to the lack of happiness in their house. The benefits of this dua are immense. Firstly, in this dua, we sincerely ask Allah for forgiveness from the sins that we have committed. And then we ask Allah for happiness in our house, and also barakah, blessing in our rizq, in our sustenance. These are things that we strive for, happiness and for halal wealth. A lot of individuals have problems due to shortage of wealth. But I would also like to remind my respected brothers and sisters that our Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa alihi wasallam has said that the richest individual amongst the people is he or she who is content with what he or she possesses. So even if you, let's say, have £100 saved up or £1,000 saved up, as long as you are content and happy with the amount you have, you are the richest, even richer than those individuals who have millions and billions of pounds. The reason for this, it's mainly because, as we all know, money does not bring happiness. Rather, how we control our emotions, how we deal with our own financial situations, and how we spend our money, that is what counts in actual fact. Not having £1 billion in the bank and then not knowing what to do with it, not spending it in the path of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, creating arrogance within your character. When people look at you, they say, look at this individual, he's always boasting, showing off, he has no mannerism, he has no way of life, and he has no ethics or morals in life. Rather, we want to be known as good individuals in the public eye, because if the people look at us and they remember Allah and they think good of us, then ultimately Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will be happy with us. But coming back to the topic, wanting happiness in the house is something we all strive for, because a house full of miserable, angry individuals is not good for our mental health, it is not good for our physical health, and overall it is not good living amongst miserable people or in a household that does not have a healthy balance. I say healthy balance because in every household there will always be disagreements, there will always be differences of opinions, and arguments are surely to take place also. Where there is love, there will always be arguments. But balancing all of this and creating an understanding amongst the people in the household, this is paramount. It is very, very important. We cannot always have it our way. Sometimes we need to adjust and have it the way of another person. For example, the husband and wife, prime example, do not always come to agreements on one point. Sometimes the wife has to make a sacrifice and understand where the husband is coming from. And sometimes the husband should make a sacrifice and understand where the wife is coming from. Most of the time, the husband, I believe, should make the sacrifices. The husband should try and keep the wife as happy as he possibly can, because the wife is, let's say, in the house, the wife is the person who runs everything, mostly with the finances. The wife controls the finances, controlling as in the wife has usually has a better understanding of how to spend money, but the husband brings in the money, if that makes sense. So balancing everything within the household, sometimes agreeing with individuals who you may not completely agree with, this is very important. Now, inshallah ta'ala, I am going to mention this beautiful dua. If you read this dua after every salah, if you read this dua, inshallah ta'ala, unknowingly you will start to see happiness being showered over your household. And inshallah, even when you see a big difference within the household, you must continue this dua. You must continue supplicating to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This dua is very comprehensive, very easy and very simple. Once you are in the habits of reciting and supplicating this dua, I'm sure within a week you will have this dua memorized in your head. Brothers and sisters, what is this beautiful dua? This beautiful dua is Allahummagh firli zambi wawasi'li fi daari baarik fi rizqi. I'll repeat this dua one more time. Allahummagh firli zambi wawasi'li fi daari baarik fi rizqi. The translation of this dua is Allahummagh firli zambi, Ya Allah, forgive my sins, wawasi'li fi daari, and Ya Allah, bring happiness into my household, baarik fi rizqi, and Ya Allah, instill barakah in my rizq, in my sustenance. Inshallah, in the description box below, I will leave a transliteration in Roman. I will leave this dua, so those who cannot read Arabic, they could read this dua in the English written form, which will be, once you pronounce, will obviously be in Arabic. Become habitual of reciting this dua after every salah. And also I would like to mention that if you want ultimate happiness in your household, then you need to become habitual in reading salah. Some individuals, they are always complaining that they do not have happiness in their household. And then you ask them, do you read salah? Do you read salah 5 times a day? Okay, not even 5 times a day. Do you have the intention of reading salah 5 times a day, but you read, let's say, Zohar, Asr, Maghrib, or you read Maghrib, Isha? Do you do this? And they turn around and they say no. Then you ask them, do you even make an effort? They say, well, unfortunately, we do not even make an effort. If you are not making an effort to pray to Allah, to do ibadah of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, how are you going to expect Allah to instill happiness in your household? So it is very important that you start from point 1, which is start reading salah at home. Inshallah, by doing this, you will open the doors of happiness and you would eradicate evil from your household, inshallah ta'ala. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless every single one of us. Also pass the message on to other individuals so they also benefit. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless every single one of us in abundance. May Allah shower His happiness over our households. Ameen ya Rabbal Alameen. Jazakumullahu khaira. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.